Broadcast. Bang! That was a good one. I want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Wild Wednesday. Wednesday, February the 8th, 2012, 4 p.m. Eastern. What a day. What a day. Another grind it up in your face type day. Unbelievable. You see in here the line I'm drawing here on the S&P 500. I got to tell you, people, this move today in the S&P, it just got me really thinking. I mean, it just got me like the bear just sort of came out. And I'm almost ready just to say, you know, that's it. I'm selling bounces. I don't care. I'm not buying pullbacks. I'm done. I'm sick of buying the stupid, overbought market. I can't take it. But I'll tell you, this sell-off, that was something. I know what it was. It was basically the ECB saying they might not fund the Greek bailout unless they agree to the measures. And they're meeting tomorrow, the Greek, the finance ministers, and we have the ECB decision, rate decision. We have Draghi tomorrow. But the bottom line is this. Unless the sovereign nation agrees to it, which there are riots in the street in Greece, burning cars, they might push this up to the deadline next week. This thing might not get done tonight. They're pushing. It's not getting done. And you see the sell-off in the S&P, sell-off in the euro, but cable, obviously the big underperformer today. We'll look at that in a second. So, the bear is back. And I just think that we might have really topped out. I'm not saying, let's per se, I mean, that's a nice doji. That's got to scare the crap out of you. I mean, we're going to look at some of these charts, and they don't look very good. And the dollar was holding fairly strong, even with the S&Ps going up today. They were looking pretty good at one point. You know, we're up and away. This is Asia. Nice little rally. By the way, 4:45, we have a New Zealand unemployment report. I think that number is probably going to be better. Remember, they have massive rebuilding going on in New Zealand. There were some dead people, which killed the workforce a little bit. No, sorry. Again, it's horrible to say, but it's a small workforce. People injured, they can't work, disability, they could spend. So I just think the numbers coming out of New Zealand are going to be gorgeous. And I look for this number to be good. I think it's a sell in the news event. I think we could pop up to 84 and a good number, and then you sell. But, you know, you look at this S&P chart, and you just start thinking, you know, there's a lot of risk out there. And, you know, so many people are so giddy. And look at this death march. I'm ready. And you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at the head and shoulders here. I'm looking. I'm your freaking real. It's time to get the bear out of hibernation. Enough of this. And if you've been a listener of mine, you know I've been calling for mid-February all along. That has been where, you know, I've been bearish. I've been looking for a bear sign here, but mid-February. You know, you look at this left shoulder forming. It is left shoulder here. The head forming. Now we come down to 13 hundo on the S&P. Maybe complete a neckline. Then we bounce again. And we fail. And we don't take this high out. Cisco's earnings after the close. John Chambers coming out on CNBC the first time in like 4 quarters. You know it's going to be good. You kidding me? Come on. Companies bought all the routers. It was tax deductible. Full depreciation last year. So they loaded up on routers. This number is going to be great. But going forward, I don't see how Chambers can be so bullish. But anyway, again, so I see head and shoulders for me. The top. And wouldn't this be something? Because no one believes that we could be at a top. And me neither. This doesn't look like really a top, but we're just having a hard time breaking through. Now, maybe we're waiting for the Greece news. Maybe the market's waiting for the Greece news, and then we're going to have the explosion. And that's possible. But with Iranian situation looming, with the Greeks possibly not going along with this deal looming, we got China's CPI tonight. What if there's deflation? That's what everyone's worry is. Producer prices have been collapsing. So I'm just thinking, maybe this pattern. All right, so we had an ascending type neckline, because this isn't a Head and Shoulders. And I'm reaching right here. I'm totally reaching. But maybe, it's ascending. Would have liked to have had this line like here. Then it would have been more like nice channel. So maybe it still is valid. Listen, this was a total Head and Shoulders, and it really still hasn't taken out that right shoulder. So to be a bear, you still have some straws to hold on to. A little. And I'm really starting to think, enough. Enough is enough. And today's sell-off really just got you thinking flash crash. At least got me thinking flash crash. Like, this is ridiculous. Does anyone realize there's a house of cards? Any bad event, any hit to consumer confidence, this market tanks. So, again, I'm probably early, as always. But I just wanted to start this off really by trying to alert some of you bulls out there. And listen, let me tell you, it has not been easy being a bull in FX, even in the S&Ps. You take a look, the grind. It's safer to fade some of the moves. I mean, you could have been a bear this whole way up if you took your trade. Sell the strength, cover. Sell the strength, cover. Sell the strength, cover. You could have been selling that the whole way up. As long as you look for your cover. Now, for me, I'd rather be more buying the trend. And I'm waiting when I can sell on freaking strength. When this thing is down and we could sell it on every pop. Hello? That's what I love. This market makes me sick. And again, it's not like I've been calling the market wrong. We haven't been getting killed at all. We've been making some money. Not really making much, but hey, I'll futz around until the time is right. And we're getting there. We are getting there. Now, again, I'm just nervous about a blow-off like this. I'm nervous something like this. You got the big move. Yeah, you pull back a little, and then boom, in your face. So, obviously, you don't want to necessarily say all in yet. And if you notice, almost every top, even here, we double-topped. And I'm not saying this market's going to go out. But that's a doji. That's a toppy formation. I think we need to pull into 107. Absolutely. And a good New Zealand number. You get Aussie Kiwi to tank. That's going to be relative strength loser Australian dollar. I think this is going to be a good number. I'm short Aussie Kiwi going into it. I don't like a New Zealand dollar. I love it short. But I think we get a double top if it's a good number, if I'm right. I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous. That is to perfection. That is the shooting star you look for. Was it here? No. But this market action today, there's going to be no Greek deal tonight. Oh, no. I told you to look out for one. Maybe this, finally, Andrew says don't look out for it, and then it happens. But I don't think so. That is a gorgeous-looking reversal candle in New Zealand. It's only 70 pips, but it's enough. And the way the stock market sold off today was like air. It was only 9 handles, but still, the way it went down, it was like there's no more support. Like we're getting to levels where people are not willing to buy the pullback. So you look at that New Zealand dollar. I could see more of a twin tower double top, pops up on a good number, and then you sell it. But remember, we need bearish engulfing. We need to take our previous low, and then we'll easily come in. That's what you want to see. Remember, candlesticks, if shooting star, then must have bearish engulfing. That's a continuation you need. Now, cable, I would have liked to have seen take out previous day low. It did not. That would have been a gorgeous outside candle. Got hurt in cable. But pound Aussie made up for it. But I like pound Aussie long actually now. Hell yeah. And Aussie Kiwi's going to have another rally. Euro Sterling's going to have another rally. I think this thing double bottom. I mean, I'm nuts. Look at that thing. That's such a short. But, hey, I did okay in it today. Nice little double bottom maybe. If I'm right about the market, we come in tonight. One night only. One ping only, Pasili. If we come in, I think we have a nice risk-off night. And New Zealand, a good number. Everyone tries to load up and buy it. Perfect selling opportunity. It's been there, done that. Dollar yen. Nice little continuation day. It was up 30 pips. I think we could pop a little more decent in dollar yen. DJ. Dollar yen. I definitely think dollar yen looks like it wants to make a move up. Again, you know, the MPC, I don't think they're going to do anything. Now, if they re-up their asset purchase facility, that could be a good thing. It'll be a weak situation for euro pound. Initially, euro sterling is going to spike, but that's the sell we want. Because let me tell you something, that's a good thing. They're doing something about it. Would love to see a big spike up in euro sterling. I don't want to see that. But certainly up to 84.50. I could see a pop. And again, I think London might do it. Even though some of the numbers have been better. The manufacturing numbers a little bit better. Things are very slow there. Remember, their GDP number was 0. Negative. So, euro sterling certainly due for a pop. Look for an increase. Printing more money. Gold probably could rally on that. That's at 7 a.m. Eastern. So, and then the ECB is not going to do anything. So we'll have to wait till the press conference at 8:30. And, of course, jobless claims are going to be very important in the U.S. also. You know, Swiss held up nice. A little bit. A couple shekels. But sterling yen reversed. Look at that doji. That doesn't look very good. There was an earthquake in Japan. 3 kilometers. So relatively significant. We haven't had a big earthquake in a while. And last I checked it, like March is a big, big one. Hello? Dollar count I really thought was going to crack today. It did not. Sucker won't break. But once again, the wicks holding this line. Again, I think the Canadian numbers were great. Canadian Ivy blowout 2 months in a row. U.S. economy coming back. Jobs maybe in the U.S. coming back. Even oil up nicely. The only way this thing is going to melt down is if the stock market explodes. End of story. But tough looking chart. I could see it rallying. Again, I think the S&P is going to be down, so this thing probably rallies. But to me, it's Euro Canada. Looks like it really wants to make a move. You look at Euro Sterling, Euro Canada, even Euro Aussie. Looks like it really might have bottomed here. We had an outside candle yesterday, closing fairly well here today. This thing really may have bottomed. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's probably a short, but we really might be seeing the bottoming here. And if this thing bottomed, this thing's due for a big spike up. And if I'm right about London increasing their credit asset purchase program, you'll see that euro sterling pop nicely. But again, I would take that trade, look to get out. But I think we could easily pop up 124. Euro Aussie. So, they're rallying into this thing, the euro, which is setting itself up for a gorgeous sell on the news event. Now, it could be tomorrow. Maybe they're rallying the euro in anticipation of Draghi doing something, which is, I don't know. That's kind of dumb. I don't get that. If anything, Draghi's going to put the kibosh on things. If anything, Draghi's going to say no. Remember, they already said something today, the ECB. So if anything, Draghi's going to say, the Greeks better agree to this or we're not doing it. You would see the euro tank then. So I think tomorrow, between London being accommodative and the Eurozone not, I think you're going to see a nice pop in euro sterling on the printing of money. And then you look to sell it. Now, does it go through 84 in reverse or spike up to 84.50? I'm not sure. But to me, it's a bad thing. It shows the ECB doesn't get it. They need trillions, not 500 billion, people. The LTRO, 500 billion, it ain't enough. Remember, the Federal Reserve guaranteed trillions of MBSs. Trillions. Federal Reserve has taken on trillions onto its balance sheet. A lot more than the ECB has done. Remember, the Eurozone as a whole is as big of an economy as the U.S. 30 minutes till New Zealand. Unemployment. I got to tell you, this New Zealand, when you look at it on face value, what more? Oh, let me do oil. When you look at it on face value, like I've said over and over again, is gold. They are rebuilding New Zealand. They've had a monster earthquake 8 months ago. This is going to take years. It's going to add years of extra GDP. They should need more people to help build back their country. So I look for these numbers in the coming months to continue to do well. New Zealand predicted going into a budget surplus 2014-15. They're doing very fine, thank you. And remember, Branson building the biggest biofuel refinery in the world in New Zealand. I'm telling you. So you look at this gold, to me, it looks weak. But I'm nervous that London's going to print more money. If they don't and the ECB is hawkish, gold's coming in. And remember, we do have, we do have unemployment claims. I think you get any tick up to 390, 380, and the market comes in. That's not good. Cisco's up, of course. Groupon down. So, mixed bag. You knew Cisco would be up, but it's only up 90 cents. It's not much. I'm telling you, forward-looking, they're not going to have such good things to say. Remember, you got to take 100% depreciation on any capital improvements you did in 2011. Cisco router is a capital improvement. They did a ton. So, I'm happy to see Cisco only up 90 cents. That means their outlook can't be that great. How can their outlook be good? Companies shot their load. They bought everything last year. They don't get that same tax benefit this year. You know what a drag on the corporate economy that's going to be? If the U.S. consumer doesn't pick up the slack, hello, big problems. Big problems in big China. Oh, yeah. I'm getting my freaking mojo back. I feel it coming. Oh, let it be. Bear markets are so much more fun. They're so much more easy to let it ride. How do you let things ride here? I mean, I gave back today. I thought we were going to go. Everything was up nice, and then, boom, they sell off. But the stock market comes back. I mean, it's nuts. FX was nuts today. But again, we got plenty of numbers coming out of London tonight. Trade balance, industrial production, manufacturing production. Those numbers could be okay. But again, the GDP numbers stunk. And a lot of people looking for a possible, and again, they got Australia wrong. So who's to say these economists are all right? You know? So, don't be thinking what you're thinking. 380 is the estimate. So you come in 390, that's not going to be very good. And, of course, Draghi's press conference is going to be important. Got U.S. wholesale sales. And that's it. GDP estimate, that could be interesting. London, that's at 10 a.m. Not good. So, you look at this oil chart, doesn't look very good either. Nice reversal. Tried to make a run through par. This whole downtrend channel spiked. Tell you, everything subsided today. And yet the Aussie, it's nowhere. I mean, this thing has gone up 1,000 pips in a month. Enough. It's due. 106 easy. Easy. 107 I said, but seriously. When this thing sells off, it's going to collapse. 104. 400 pips. Bang! In 2 days. Bang, bang. I'm telling you. We're close. Email me. Join my service, you morons. I'm kidding. No, you are morons. No, I'm kidding. Andrew Spanton. Of course I am. Global Markets Radio. You know I love all you guys. Even though you're freebies, you're part of the family, baby. Some of you have been listening to me for years. I know you are. The only voice you'll ever need. I ain't leaving. Who truly loves to make you freebies money. The bear's back. Maybe not tonight, but, he's lurking, looking, and hunting. Bye-bye.